welcome, ladies and gentlecars. I am Azura Hardware, the Gilson B. Pontes of Sonic Storm. Before I start this Q&A, I want to apologise. If you're getting this error, which I know quite a few people are, then this section is for you. I'm not quite sure as to why this error happens, but a fix for some people was to reinstall DirectX or update their graphics drivers. If that doesn't work, then I'm sorry, I'm stumped. I am trying to find a way to patch this out, but until I do, you probably have to consult Google. Now onto the Q&A. For those of you who found out about Sonic Storm through YouTube, the Sonic Storm Zone on Twitter has recently hit 10 killion followers. 11 killion by the time I'm uploading this. I felt a little bad for not having anything prepared for this moment, so I chose to do this special Q&A with all of you. I've compiled some of the best questions I've received from the tweet, and I'm going to answer them in extensive detail to the best of my ability. I may not get to all of the questions, so if I don't answer yours, then don't worry, your question may even be answered in the demo or the full game. So with all that out of the way, let's get to the questions. Before I answer the Twitter questions, I'm going to quickfire answer some frequently asked questions that I don't think I've answered publicly yet.
Will I have to re-download the entire game if I want to patch it?
Yes, unfortunately there's only so much I can do as a programmer, so until I find out how to program a patching system or whatever, you're just going to have to re-download the game. Save data seems to automatically transfer from version to version though, so that won't be an issue.
Has X or Y patch been released?
If you're unsure as to whether a patch is out, it isn't out. When I do patch the game, I make sure to let every single social media account Sonic Storm has know, so you will know about it if you frequently check the social media accounts.
Will you port this to Android?
You know why emulators on phone usually suck? It's because converting a modern controller to a touchscreen interface just doesn't work. There are some games that just aren't built for Android. I could port it to mobile, but it wouldn't be pleasant. It's way too complex of a game to work with touchscreens, so I've decided it's not worth my time. Right, so on to the Twitter questions. At Rose Blossom Bunny asks, for a Storm-related question, what are you most excited for folks to see in the next demo? For a non-Storm question, what's your favourite indie game? For your first question, easily the story. The story is by far the aspect of Sonic Storm I put the most thought and time into. Yeah, I know it's a Sonic game, so to some it won't really matter, but if I can provide a magical experience like the one Sonic Adventure 2 gave people, then I feel like that could be what elevates Sonic Storm from good to unforgettable. To me, the two things that matter most in a video game besides the game feel is heart and charm, and that's what I really want to push with Sonic Storm. As for my favourite indie game, what's my favourite indie game? I want to say Zenith by Arcane Kids because of the gameplay, but at the same time, no game I've played captivated me quite as much as Yume Nikki did. I'd say Yume Nikki first, Zenith second, third would be Butterflies. At Maxuno M asks, in the future, will there be a real PlayStation version of the fan game, like a ROM or anything else? If someone manages to port Sonic Storm to the PlayStation, let alone with its intended performance, I'd be beyond impressed. It'd probably look something like what it used to look like back in early 2020, before I dropped the restrictive aspects of the PlayStation completely. Like I said, I'm no longer aiming to make it look like it was made for all the consoles, now I just want a cool, stylish, low-poly game. At Amazing Rux, or Rooks, sorry if I mispronounced that, what inspired you guys to make this project? I like the simple answers because I don't have to think as hard. Oh, my inspiration? Easily Jet Set Radio. I know it's incredibly subtle, but there are also a lot more inspirations here and there. My soundtrack style, I say mine because I just tell my other composers to go nuts, is mostly aiming for somewhere in between Hideki Naganuma, Fatboy Slim, and The Prodigy, meshed with my own, admittedly slightly weird style of music. The UI is mostly inspired from Wipeout and the Designers Republic in general, and the level design is trying to go for a Sonic CD look. I love Sonic CD's level style. I mean, look at this. Look at this! This isn't just a level in a video game, this is art in its finest form. At ZYGZX asks, if you could port Storm to any other console, except PlayStation, what would it be? Oh, dude, Sonic Storm on a 3DS would be sick. I know it'd never happen, especially with the weird performance issues, which, by the way, I'm working on. I hope to make it run much smoother on low power computers. But if it was 3DS compatible, I would scream. Can you imagine how cozy it would be to screw around with Sonic Storm with headphones on while heading home on a bus at night? At Hidden He asks, how many levels are there planned to be? I'd guess around 8 or so. Not counting bosses or interval worlds, 12. There are also going to be 10 bosses and 7 interval worlds. Don't worry, I'm getting help with them. At Waffle Wasteland asks, do you plan on turning this into your own IP, or is it going to stay a fan game? Cool either way, not trying to sound judgmental. No, you're cool. I won't turn it into my own IP unless I absolutely need to, because the main point of this project is to give Sonic the love and respect he deserves, but like I said in my interview with thegamer.com, I am prepared to do so if need be. At Sizzlaw asks, once Sonic Storm releases proper, do you have any plans on adding support for mods or custom levels? Not officially. Making Sonic Storm in the first place is already a lot of work, and mod support is way beyond my programming skill. Once I finish Sonic Storm, I'll have moved on to focus on my career. Adding mod support for a fan game just doesn't sound like it'd be worth the hassle to me. Feel free to mod the game to your liking if you have the programming skill though. Just don't be a buzzkill and leak any unreleased files you find. With how Unreal handles level files, I don't think that would be possible, but just in case you do come across any unreleased stuff, if you ever mod this game, don't. And especially don't make or submit any modded speedruns, it's unsportsmanlike and ruins the fun of speedrunning. Other than that, feel free to mod Sonic Storm if someone does manage to make modding tools. I'd be happy to support or retweet anything mod creators put out. At DeathNoob asks, is there going to be any place to read through the lore of the alternate universe? Yes, and all of it can be unlocked in the game. If you collect a Storm Soul, it will unlock something, and one of the things it can unlock is lore. It'll be readable in the eventual bonus content room, and that's so far going to be the only way to read up on it. At least until someone makes a Sonic Storm wiki. At Bruh Super asks, is there a Knuckles or Rouge design? Just to know if there's any idea of how they would look. There is actually a Rouge design, I'll put it here. She first appears in the post-boss cutscene after fighting Shadow. Knuckles is technically canon, he just doesn't have a design. Mainly because something happened to him that I won't disclose here, but the lyrics to the upcoming song For Settled Waters imply what happened to him. I'll leave you to decipher it all though. At Kaibin2798 asks, will Classic Sonic be an unlockable character in the game? Not Santiago, if that's what you're wondering. Classic Sonic will technically be unlockable, he'll just be called Young Sonic and have a design much more faithful to his design in Sonic CD. At Nintendo Gamer asks, do you see you and your team adding a spin dash? Just a fun question that popped in my head. To add on to the last question, we're not going to be putting the spin dash in, and due to how spinning in this game works, it would be rather awkward. But what I am going to give Young Sonic is a super peel out. So, keep your eyes peeled for that one. At Brunildo asks, how do you imagine the other characters in this series like Tails, Knuckles, Silver, and the Babylon Rogues, among other characters in this art style to bring into the game? So whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't get too excited, this isn't Sonic World. The only one in that list I'm planning to add to the game is Tails. I don't know if I'll ever redesign the rest just for the fun of it either, so tell you what, the design of those characters is entirely up to fan interpretation. If you think Big should be a mercenary working for the government, then go ahead. That'd be kind of sick actually. At Chad P4G asks, will this game have local or online multiplayer? If I find a way to do online multiplayer, it's happening. Local is guaranteed, and it'll work something like Mario Kart, but I don't know if online will be entirely possible. Sonic Storm's #1 development rule is either do it well or don't at all, and that's because I don't want to tease people with a cool feature only for it to turn out to be terrible. The last thing I want to do is disappoint. At Dark Zion, asks, are you guys planning on adding alternate costumes at any point? Yes, we are, and that's in the form of different characters that have different stats, so you're basically guaranteed to come across a character that fits your playstyle best. At Rasix Eisen asks, in the interview you did, you said you were prepared to change the characters and alter the story if need be. Can you see a situation where you would do that, or design a game akin to Sonic Storm, but using your own properties and have it available to buy on digital stores? Unlikely, but if Sega absolutely decide I can no longer work on the game, then I'm turning it into my own IP. I'm not willing to fight them in any legal case. I don't want to get sued, I barely make enough to live. But I'm fairly confident it won't happen. Prepared, but confident.
Why is Tails female?
Why is Mario Italian? Why is Doomslayer silent? Why is Lara Croft British?
The right answer is because I'm a game developer and I can.
So that was all your questions. I had a lot of fun answering them, and I hope you had just as much fun hearing those answers. Development is still going smoothly, and until I release anything major, be sure to keep up with the Sonic Storm Twitter. If you like the cut of my jib, you can follow my main YouTube and Twitter, where I do, things. Just miscellaneous things, I'm a very sporadic person. I don't want to keep you for too long. Thanks for watching, see you in the next update.